must tell you, it's been a long wish of mine to actually have an interview with you. I mean, I've grown up watching Jassi Jaisi Koi Nahin, so you can imagine what a lovely period this is for me. And congratulations on Laal Singh Chaddha. And I'm sure your
Thank
performance.
you.
Look, I think one thing that I can take away from your role in the film is the fact that you play a very strong, powerful single mother who
Yes.
literally is in the face of adversity that goes to any length to protect her son. So I guess when you are playing such a courageous role, which aspects did you reflect back on, perhaps with your mother as well, whilst growing up?
You see, I come from an army background, and we've always been taught to go all out there with full confidence, do what you want to do, so uninhibited in life, believing in ourselves so much that nothing is impossible. So I come from that background, and I see my mother, how confident she's been all her life, the way she's brought us up. So when we were shooting the film, I could only imagine my parents. I was just seeing them, how they were with us, when we were kids. We are two sisters, so we were never told that we are less than anybody else in this world and we can't achieve what we want to. We come from a family with very strong holdings. So while shooting for Lal Singh, I was just thinking of my parents and going all out.
Hmm. And I think what I really find fascinating is that, Advait Chandan always shows his mothers in a very strong light. Like in Secret
Yes.
Superstar, we had Meher Vij, her
Yes.
character, and then here we have your character. But then I've also realized that he uses domestic violence as quite a sub layer to his films.
Mm.
In Secret Superstar, he had that. So I think
Yeah.
when you see even through Karina's character and what she grows up seeing and what she goes through in the film, um, what was your reaction to that? Obviously as a woman, because you've obviously played roles where you've had to really fight back patriarchy in serials like in Kya Hua Tera Vada, for example. So as a woman,
Yeah.
how did that make you feel actually when you see narratives of that nature?
You see, it is so important to stand your ground. It is so important to voice your opinion, even in the society. Uh, Otherwise, you won't find your space. You won't find your answers. You won't find your real identity till the time you don't speak for yourself. I think it is very important for women to speak up, to find their ground, to feel independent, to feel that they're loved too. And sometimes you got to fight for it. And also, your background and your upbringing makes a huge difference. What Rupa wanted in the film was money. Why? Because of her background, because of the way she saw her mother was being abused and eventually died.
Mhm.
So how I was in Kya Hua Tera Vada, yes, she did suffer a lot, but eventually, she stood her ground. She spoke for herself. She was the one who asked for a divorce. So, I think it is very important to play roles which eventually end up inspiring women,
Right,
to make
right.
them feel that, you are not alone, and
Mhm.
you will get an opportunity to fight for yourself. But if you don't do that, even God won't be able to help you. So somewhere I think women need to stand up for themselves, for their rights.
Right, right. Now, I think when it comes to the acting craft, it's very subjective because I feel like actors I look at actors as magicians. They can pretty much do anything. They can mold themselves into anything that they want to do. But
Yeah.
often I do my sort of searching on social media, and obviously, for example, you're playing a mother to a 57-year-old man. That is the one dialogue that I've heard so many times on social media about that. How do you feel about that actually? Like, because you've been conditioned to that sort of a role. Does it ever bother you that मैं 40 साल की लड़की हूँ, I can pretty much do anything because the men here in the industry are like age, but they're still playing college going guys, but then the women are sort of subjected to playing like motherly roles. How do you find that? How do you cope with that actually?
There were so many, people talking about this thing, but I just wanted to say one thing to them, that I am not playing a 57-year-old's mother.
Uh-huh.
I'm not. He
Right.
is Lal Singh. There is a whole lifespan. I am even shown 22 when the little boy is in my, lap. I also age when Lal ages in the film. When he grows, I grow older. There's a whole graph, and it is not easy to play that. And I'm
Mhm.
so glad that I did it. I had no apprehensions that, oh my God, I'm just 40 and I'm playing a mother. Not once it crossed my mind. You see, I'm a part of this classic, extraordinary story. And I'm so
Mhm.
proud to be a part of that. Because if this was the thing stopping me, that I am 40 and I'm going to play a mother, then I wouldn't have even done Jassi Jaisi Koi Nahin looking like that in my
Yeah,
first debut. I
true.
wouldn't have done
True.
that. But I think as an actor, it was a brilliant opportunity for me to be a part of.
Hmm.
And that's what people should see. Instead of saying that, oh, she's 40 and people are doing this to her in the industry. No, I took it in the most positive way I could.
And that's one thing that I love about you, Mona, honestly, is that positivity. Every time I've seen, whether it's you hosting Entertainment Ke Liye Kuch Bhi Karega or anything that you do, you've always got that sense of optimism. ये optimism कहाँ से आता है? मुझे ये जानना है.
You see, the thing is, I am so happy working. It doesn't matter what medium it is, whether it is OTT, theater, TV, or cinema. It doesn't matter. What I wanted to do, Anuj, in my life was to be in this field, was to act every day possible. So when I am on a set, I am so thrilled because this is what I am crazy about and passionate about, and I celebrate when I'm shooting. And I think that is why the positivity, just reflects on my face, that I'm so happy being there. It doesn't feel like work.
Right. I think on a final note, because we've only got a few minutes left, it's
Sure.
two big questions in one, so apologies for that. But first part of the question is, we were talking about the bracketing, and often when I've had conversations with actors from television, they often are subjected to playing like a bahu, or there's that bahu image that was there. So for you,
Yes.
do you ever feel a struggle of trying to shred that image that was created of you beforehand through your work on television or playing bahus and stuff like that? Well, I mean, two
I ne-
serials that you did, I think, just the
See, the thing is, I never played a typical Bahu.
yeah,
Never. And I
true.
chose not to do it. I chose to stay away from it. Eventually in this industry, sometimes it is very important to stick your ground and say no. It's the most important thing to do. Otherwise, you'll be lost and you will just be one of them. So when
Mhm.
I did Jassi Jaisi Koi Nahin, it was a conscious decision to not get into any other daily soap. It
Sure.
was not to break the image, but it was just to I knew the fact that there couldn't be a bigger show than Jassi. So then what do you do next? How do you sustain and how do you change the perception? So I took to hosting because I wanted people to see the real me, that,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can do this too.
Yeah.
So, and then there was just no looking back. I kept trying different things, checking what is going to work, what's not going to work. And, that's life.
Sure. And my second part of the question actually is the fact that next year it's going to be, I think, what, 20 years since Jassi Jaisi Koi Nahi actually started
Yes.
broadcasting on Sony. So obviously,
Yes.
when you look back now at Justy, and you've had such a wonderful career. I mean, we've had such a pleasure watching you. I love watching you. You have no idea, Mona,
Thank
trust me.
you.
So
Thank you.
when you look back now at Jesse, what are some of the thoughts that go to your mind? Like if you look back at Jesse now, what would you tell that character if you had the chance to?
If I got Jussie now to do, I don't think I'll be as good as I was in, back then. But I had no experience of acting. I was totally raw and fresh and just thrown into this character, and I was living it up. But now when I look back, I have loved the journey. I have had no regrets. I'm so happy that these 20 years have just gone by, and so organically people have loved my work, appreciated me for whatever I have done, and I just feel that I belong here.
Oh, wonderful. Well, no, you definitely do. You belong in our hearts as well. And I think we just deserve to see so more of you, Mona. I just wish we get to see
Thank
more great
you.
work from you. And yeah, but well done anyway. It was such a great performance and a very strong performance like yourself. So yeah, it was
Thank you.
wonderful. So congratulations once again. And I hope to catch you again sometime soon.
I hope to. Thank you so
Lovely.
much.
All right then, Mona. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.